I was told it was time to rejoice. Let's see if what I was told was true. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. From that, and moving to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Yeah, at this point, I might as well just have it all. But oh, man, go to Moto Days, man. Go to Moto Days, man. Go to Moto Days, man. Like, it definitely, like, especially as I think back on it. Notably, I do happen to think about the series I talk about beyond the reviews. I promise. I'd be thinking about it all the time. But, like, for Sakamoto to have, like, a straight 3P of me not liking the chapters that much, that's, like, I think the main reason Sakamoto Days is kind of, at least in my opinion, and it seems in a couple other people's opinion, it's back and forth. It definitely is, like, once again, it's a pretty hot debate, I'd say, in the community on whether or not the recent streak of writing that Suzuki Sensei's been on has been peak or trash or mid. Like, they're definitely, and notably, I will say this about the whole, like, debate about Suzuki Sensei's writing. It's definitely been more, like, nuance isn't the word. In fact, it's the opposite of nuance. It's been more extreme, right? Notably, there are very few people saying it's a mid. like, notably, I especially remember, like, before, like, last 5-10 chapters of JJK, but post certain event in JJK, which I still won't spoil, because I know some people who do watch the Sakamoto Days who didn't read JJK, no one spoiled. But there's an event in JJK, and there's, like, the last 5 to 10 chapters of JJK, where, in between there, whether or not you like the writing, most, like, the common community consensus was that it's kind of mid, especially for certain chapters and certain events. I specifically remember being there, seeing the discourse and stuff like that. But, like, at least for this stretch, it's either you like it or you don't. And once again, I'm not even saying that as, like, a person who's, oh, I hate nuance, oh, everything needs to be one way or the other. I do that for polls because I think it's more interesting, because I've noticed that every single time I do a poll that includes, like, a middle option, everyone goes for that, because, like, it's the least offensive one. So I do want to see how, like, hey, how strongly you stand on one thing. But even in, like, the general discourse sense, it does just seem like a lot of people just have these opinions. And obviously, I've been more on the negative side. And once again, I've been trying to speak with people who are more on the positive side. But once again, at least from my understanding, when my experience, even in my own comment section, and even, like, scanning the Reddit and stuff like that, and looking at other content creators' videos, even those who are on the positive side of the last, like, I'd say 10, 20, 30 chapters of Sakamoto Days, have been saying the rhetoric that at least me, as a huge fan of the series, was always against. They're saying it's good because the fights are good and the character designs are cool and the abilities are nice. Not the writing. Not the character writing, not the powers, none of that. It just looks cool, so it is cool. Though for the longest time, I was arguing Sakamoto Days had more than just aura. Like, don't get me, I was arguing for the longest time it had more than just aura. And once again, if I do, once again, fully and just shut the brain straight down, yeah, I mean, there's still aura. Mostly. But it's like all Shin aura, which is so crazy. That's the thing, right? I just don't, it's not hitting. And even the people who say, oh, it's hitting, it's always just like, oh, the aura. And the action and the choreography is good. And I agree, right? Like, the choreography hasn't dropped. But I think I look for more from actually Sakamoto Days. Like, there are some series I read just because, like, oh, art pretty. But in a case like Sakamoto Days, the character writing was one of my favorite things. The power scaling, honestly, was one of my favorite things. I love how, like, the different character dynamics and strength levels were portrayed. And I love that the narrative felt heavy and real at times. But I don't know, as of recent, man, it's been back and forth, it's been back and forth. But I gotta bring. Same friend from last week who saw the review and lost their mind. Like, darn. Now they're talking about making a consistent thing. And so far they did for this week as well, because I wasn't able to immediately record on Sunday. They said, you may or may not be happy, but I expect you to be happy. And like, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I assume someone's gonna take serious damage, right? Because no one's dying. Like, and maybe that's so wrong to say, but no one's dying, right? Unless they're, like, on the villain side. But, like, no one's dying. Sakamoto's gonna boom anybody. So someone's probably gonna take some serious. Is Kumanomi gonna lose another arm? Let's see. Let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 219 of Moto Days, which is known as Fake. Hey, Kay, can I go slaughter that blonde brat who ran away? Please do. Kuminomi. What? Here, okay, there are a couple things. Number one, you know you're not built for that. And I'm not even saying the fact that Kuminomi is not built for that as in she's fodder. No, I'm saying, like, narratively, you know you're not built for that. And for two, if she actually does manage to escape, she may just accidentally get herself boomed. Because she'd be running straight to not just Shin, who can now move, because of course he can, but Shin, the most busted, stupid, dumb next-level character in the verse, Kindaka, fastest character in the verse, Heisuke, second-best sniper in the verse, and Boiled. And he's just hard boiled. So it's like, genuinely, she may accidentally run and get herself cooked. Let's see. But looks like Sakamoto's not allowing it. Interesting, though. So even this heavily fatigued, heavily damaged Sakamoto is still seemingly, like, darn near an entire blitz tier. No, she does react here. There's the explanation point. But he is, at least stats-wise, definitely still heavily contentious with these guys. It looks like they're all facing this way. This is Uzuki here, and this is Uzuki here. So Uzuki is looking at Sakamoto here when she asks this question. Kuminomi runs the opposite direction, and then Sakamoto blitzes all the way around them before anyone, except for Michael. Yo, I'm telling you, if there's one critique I don't have, everything is a Taurus upscale, bro. Why is he the only one to kind of react? At least it looks like he turns in time here. This is Torres, because this is Torres right here, and we know this is Uzuki. Uzuki doesn't turn around in time, but Torres actually manages to turn and track where Sakamoto's going. And he just straight blitzes Kuminomi here, which is actually kind of crazy, but, you know, Sakamoto is cracked. He just can't fight right now, I guess. But then again, once again, it's so hard to take the idea that this guy who couldn't do any damage to regular Torres is now, like, perceptibly serious about the alpha market. But then again, that's the thing. I can't even say Kuminomi's fodder. That's the thing. Once again, my eyes have been opened. So this I can't stop saying once again, it feeds into the idea that scaling doesn't really matter as long as it looks cool. But unfortunately, Suzuki-sensei, I hate to remind you, you are writing a battle shonen. You're writing a battle shonen. And while I personally believe scaling is present in every narrative, every single one, yes, even your favorite romance manga has power scaling in it, I promise you, just think about it for half a second. Especially in battle shonen, the scaling should not be this inconsistent, dog. Like, what? But okay, so she gets blitzed. Yeah, like, okay, so out of everyone is like, so even Taurus. Oh, Taurus, you're supposed to be better, stronger, faster. But like, out of my way, you half-dead corpse. Come on, man, I swear, if you cannot resist this weak, well, you know what? It's Sakamoto, dog. I gotta go back to it. Shin has been, like, the main, like, you would genuinely think Shin's the main character with the amount of hefty plot meat has been smacked on his table. But, my apologies. I low-key forgot whose name is on the manga. It is Sakamoto's manga. So, like, for all those purposes, him being this cracked is kind of the standard. So, here he is. Let's see. So he grabs her hand, her one action. I was kidding. Are we actually gonna rip off Kumanomi's other hand? If Kuminomi actually loses her one good hand, dog, like, we may have to start throwing some allegations at Suzuki, let's say. Notably, the only reason I've been holding back, like, hefty, real, like, oh, straight shonen bias allegations, in spite of how Lou has been treated, is like, you know, Osaragi doesn't really have many anti-feats. She got blitzed by Uzukimura. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. But then she got up and one-tapped Gozer. Finally, a relevant feat against a relevant character. But then Gozer seems kind of buns too. But then again, he did beat Shishi, but then again, Shishi put a bad weapon matchup. So, like, and he also was, you know, also fighting Uzukimura was fatigued from that. So, like, there are levels to Osaragi where I'm like, okay, we can lean with this, we can rock with this. Obviously, Rion is definitely still highly regarded as, like, basically a top tier. Like, even considering Uzuki's copying, like, just fresh out of or still in high school Uzuki. Or no, Uzuki's copying fresh out of high school Rion. She's, like, just still implied to be a top tier. So, there you go. Even if she did get boomed, and now it's just inside another man. Take that however you will. It's Kuminomi. Kuminomi, man. Like, she just gets done dirty. But she did take down Hio, which is, once again, the most successful Alchemar kid so far. So, like, I can't really knock her off. What's it? Crunch? Huh? You're not going anywhere. Okay, Sakamoto. Ain't that sweet? You finished that one, Kuma. We'll go waste the kid. You know, the sad thing is, Gozu, I want to believe you. I want to believe you so badly. You were so, and that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't even blame people for saying, like, Sakamoto says he's still peak. Look at the character design and aura. I'm a Gozu Glazer. Gozu has not done any serious damage to anybody. Even Shishiba didn't really do any serious damage to. He just matchup checked them. I'm not going to give you credit for a matchup check. Oh no, the electric type beat, actually. Steel isn't too electric. Electric type, I want to say the electric type beat a water type, but like, Shishiba's like a fighting, Shishiba's a fighting steel type. So I guess technically it isn't really a matchup type, but still, regardless, metal, conducting, bada bing, bada boom, lightning. So I'm not going to give Gozu too much credit for that, especially considering Shishiba's already fatigued. But Gozu, man, you are not. Once again, kind of same case. Oh, actually, wait a minute. This is going to be Tor's upscale. I see Tor's running there too. Hold on. Whoa. Are we going to get Tor's upscale? More Tor's upscale? I mean, you wouldn't hear me complaining. Let's see. Grips the glove. Is this a switch? Hey, what are you? Oh, man, there are forklifts everywhere in the Sakamoto's universe, dog. Where does she, this is, if I had a nickel for every single time there was an entire forklift, not forklift, what is this called? What is this called? It's not a forklift. Whatever this is. The entire lifty thing, I'm so sorry, I do not work in construction. But like this, remember, the first one was in the museum, and then this is the second one. If I had a nickel, I mean, I know these are common around construction types, this is a fully constructed aquarium as far as I know. What is this doing here? But if I had a nickel, man, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not entirely uncommon, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Let's see. Hey, what are you? Huh? Crane. That's it. I'm so stupid. I literally could have just read it like that. This is the second crane she's pulled. Obviously, this is Sakamoto pulling it, but like still, this is the second crane that's been in an area. And it'll be the first crane, we don't even know why that was there either. It was just outside the museum, and I guess Kuminomi pulled it in. I don't know. Let's see. Huh? Is that crane moving? Gozu. My glorious handsome king. I'm sorry you can't order for. Taurus? It's time for some more upscale. Oh, let's see. Boom! So crashes the crane into the building. Sakamoto, what about the innocent civilians, dog? What about the innocent civilians? The collateral damage numbers on this have got to be going absolutely boku bonkers, dog. What about the civilian? Let's see. Boom! So it tears through everything. Absolutely leaving nothing but sheer carnage and destruction in its wake. Let's see. Ah! Seriously? Letting me use your own weapon against us? Well, it's kind of his whole thing. Well, not his whole thing. Like, he never robbed. Then again, is this more Tor's upscale? Because Tor's never had, and what? Oh, I gotta stop saying once again for one, and for two. Shouldn't this Sakamoto? I mean, like maybe you could argue he's mentally amped, and we know mental amps and mental debuffs are like things in Sakamoto days. Like almost every battle shonen ever, like mental amps and mental debuffs. But you would assume this Sakamoto's like drastically mentally debuffed. He can't even fight. So maybe just like all his fighting stats went into defense as well. But remember, Sakamoto couldn't. Tor's didn't even hit it. He didn't even get hit. He just casually does. This is all Tor's upscale, bro. But essentially, Tor's never got robbed. Tor's never had his own air spogooters used against him. His air cannon, that was never used against him. So, Tor's upscale? But I think it was always implied that Tor's was about Kuminomi. Honestly, once again, I can't stop saying it! What are synonyms for once again? Following that, I genuinely don't know. Is there any implication that any of the Alchemar kids outside of like Uzuki are above any of the order? I feel like every single time they've interacted, except for Hyo, who had a bunch of external circumstances, Alchemar has kind of got whooped. So I'm not sure. Maybe the Alchemar kids really are just fodder buns, except for Kuminomi against the one guy who was argued to be the most basic and fodder member of the order. Let's see. Seriously? Letting me use your own weapon against us? Shut your darn trap and drop dead! So what, Kuminomi, you wanna run ones? Huh? You wanna run runs? Really? Go ahead, run ones then. If you want him to just straight run ones right now. Right now. Run his fade. Right in this moment. And I'm talking about Sakamoto's fade, by the way. I'm not even talking about Gozu. Gozu can just drop if you're in your mind. Let's see. Huh? See, he's still shaking. He's still shaking and baking like everything's quaking, dog. So, like, he should be massively mentally debuffed right now. Yet he's pulling off some of the best feats we've seen from him. But then again, you could just argue Tor's is massively holding back. He's like, no, the bounty. I need to make more money. And he's not, like, doing anything. Because he so far hasn't even attacked Sakamoto once. Actually, no, he did put a hole in him. But as I mentioned, Sakamoto's characters do just have healing factors. That hole was not remembered and just completely disappeared by the start of the chapter. Let's see. Tremble. It's Remble.
Will he perform when he has money right in front of him? Run up on that boy, kill his cousin right in front of him. I just tapped his shoulder, so I know that he is touchable. Put 30 in my chop and I just turned him into a Huxtable. Came a long way from pre-K and eating Lunchables. I just took your life and then you know it's unrefundable. If you up the smith and you must ever feel uncomfortable. Don't waste any time, bro, just turn him into a vegetable. Do the job right or you are surely going federal. I just knocked on wood instant. I forget the rest. And I'm just sure I did incredible. How many shots were fired? I don't know, but more than several. I thought it was just him. I can't believe it was a bunch of them. Something. I'm sorry. I don't know why I went down that. Because I just saw Tremble and let me think of it. It's Remble. Let's see. What's the matter with you? Your hands are shaking. Gozu, buddy.
He literally aura formed on you last chapter. You blasted this man with lightning, and it did genuinely no damage. Gozu, I'm sorry, dog. Your fit, fire. Your design, fire. Your attitude, fire. The voice I gave you, mid. But regardless, buddy, you gotta put up some better numbers than this before you start talking about whose hands are shaking or not. Because he's low-key running the 1v6 against y'all right now and not immediately getting diff. And he can't even fight back. Let's see.
A cowardly weakling like you has no business taking us on.
Oh, trust me. Gozu. How much I agree, buddy. How much I agree. How much I wish that were true. How much my toes would be curling right now if you just all diffed them. Because it should, like, this should not be, like, once again, Taurus alone wash this man when he can fight back. He's probably mental amped. He's debuffed and says he can attack, but he's probably, like, mentally amped because he's protecting his family. Whatever. Let's see.
I don't choose my battles based on being weak or strong.
Oh, that's actually, I do like that philosophy, though. Like, no matter what, you gotta fight. Even if you are fighting someone stronger than you or someone weaker than you. And notably, that is kind of like a respect thing. I remember back when I was first learning, I was always, at least any fighting game, I was going to be like, don't hold back. Just absolutely whoop me. I promise I'll get better as long as I see you, like, absolutely violate the characters with combos and stuff like that. And I will ask questions. And typically, that's how I figured out half the stuff I do in fighting games. But still, that's nice. I do like that philosophy.
Huh? Being weak means you're dead.
Gozu, buddy. Buddy, being weak means you're dead. Where's Gaku at?
Where's Haruma? Must have been the wind. Let's see. Being meek,
meek, weak, close enough.
Being weak means you're dead.
Okay. What? So he charges up lightning. Sakamoto sees a car. Dives into the car. Oh. Okay, so Sakamoto uses the car as shielding. Because, you know, I've seen cars get struck by lightning. People inside are fine. So, is this Loki? Well, obviously, no. I don't think so. It's because Gozo has to throw his hand. Just because lightning is coursing around, it doesn't mean that Gozo himself is like a lightning timer. But, he throws the lightning down. It does nothing to the car. Sakamoto may takes the charge, or just looks like he punches into the machine itself. And starts the engine. He basically hotwires it in an instant. Let's see. Bzz. Gozu. Why, Gozu? First you do no damage to the man when you have him at point blank range, and then you got diffed by a car. How am I supposed to defend you? You were supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to uplift the aura, not destroy it. He actually. Okay, I'm assuming he has to come back in this fight. But it still is great. Like, look at the... Well, actually, no. Maybe the car is a little bit close. But still, man. Gozu. You manipulate lightning, and you couldn't react to a car driving at you? Really? Bro, I got turned into roadkill. Car upscale? Who... What car is this? I'm not even sure what car this is. But who owns this car? It was like, hey, Suzuki, I need this car upscale, dog. I need the Blitz and Alcamar kit. What? Sakamoto blitzing him? Fine. I don't really like it, but I can go with it. But actually getting tipped by a vehicle? Well, it doesn't look like he took damage, but still, the fact that he got hit at all. Bam! Huh? Oh, Tanabata? Oh? But see, that's what I'm talking about. Look, Sakamoto's still driving full force ahead. Tanabata blitzes straight to the side. Ooh, interesting. He stabs the... Alright, so... That is crazy, dog. Gozu with a gargantuan... So, yeah. The narrative... Like, the Alcamar kids are just really never water level. Or at least like high tier order level, or possibly mid tier, dog. I think Kyo was kind of buns. Like I'll be completely, like, it's not just me, just like in universe he's gonna consider like the most buns member of the order. But like so far for everything we've seen, from obviously characters just surviving encounter after encounter after encounter with the Alchemar kids, to very specifically they're just different showings. Like Lightning Bolt couldn't even tag a man he was calling weak and whose hands were trembling, got diffed by a car. Same guy walks up 2 seconds, or different guy walks up 2 seconds later, is actually part of the new order, or the new old order, I suppose. And then manages to blitz to the side, stab his main weapon into the side of the vehicle, and immediately boom it. Clearly there are levels to it, and the Alchemar kids just aren't up there, dog. That is it. Please, Gozu, please come back. Please come back just like a failed plan or something. Please log in, please. Let's see. Boom! Strum. And Sakamoto goes rolling. Ugh.
It's over.
I don't believe it when I see it. As right now, I'm not seeing it. Let's see.
Ugh. It's over. Stupid idiot. Should just enjoy his life with his wife and kid.
I'm actually shocked Torres has like the wherewithal to say that. I don't think Torres be like,
should just lived his life getting all the fat stacks from them assassin checks. Or just some fat stacks from those assassin racks.
But no. He's like, dude, you had like a better path. Like you could he's literally in his own head like, Sakamoto, it did not have to be this way, dog. You did not have to get yourself viciously ganked by all of us, dog. You did this to yourself, dog. You could have left. Let's see.
This is the final goodbye, Sakamoto. I'm sure Rion will be set.
Rion's dead, bro. Like, and you know what? Let me get real honest with you. Let me get real. Rion is cool, but Rion barely feels like a character, guy. Like, I'll be like, don't get me wrong. I definitely liked her in the flashback arc. I think she was an interesting character with a lot of potential. But like, I even remember when I was reviewing that not the initial flashback arc, but the flashback arc when she went with Uzuki, I was feeling that with like the fattest grain of salt. I was like, I just didn't really rock with it. So I just saw Rion was kind of like a dumb character. And not even a dumb character in the sense like, oh, like she's written for it. It's just like, a lot of the decisions she made kind of felt stupid. And while I definitely respect that Nagamo and obviously Uzuki and Sakamoto feel certain ways about this character, I don't. which always makes like any reference to Rion feel like hollow. And also be like, dang, she's been cooked for a minute and a half now, over easy. What do you mean Rion feels sad? She's not even here. That thing, and you definitely ain't Rion. Once again, I've had my eyes open. The copies are not even close to the real person. My glorious King Takamura, you do not represent him. You don't. My juicy hefty scrumptious old man king. I just need to see a baby will. If I can get to the end of Sakamoto days and I see a baby posted up with a katana on its shoulder, then I'll be happy. Then actually it'll be the greatest thing I've ever read. Honestly, undeniable. Like, I think I wouldn't even be able to deny the facts at that point. It would just be absolute legitimate peak fiction. Let's see.
I'm sure Rion will be sad, though.
Someone looking on like, hey, keep my friend's name out your mouth. Let's see.
Ugh. Cut the nonsense, Suzuki. You killed a cow.
That he did. Actually, how does Sakamoto know that? I think he does. Well, actually, no, it makes sense. Probably I think he just made the leap. Because I know we got the flashback, right? I forget if... I genuinely did forget. What happened? What the? Hold on. How does he? Oh, well, no, I'm stupid. Of course he knows. He was like that. See, this is why I try to... Honestly, fun fact. If you've made it 24 minutes into the Sakamoto Days review, I come to award you with plans of the future. There's one side channel I've already made, but it's just a short channel and it's relatively consistent. It's all the content I do on TikTok. Bada bing, bada boom. It's re-uploaded to YouTube. But there are two other channels I plan to make. One, actually three. But one, I need to just get footage for. I don't want to just take other people's footage, and I have a capture card, so like I do want to do the footage myself for the Kingdom Hearts channel I'm working on. But it's just going to be exclusively scripted Kingdom Hearts content. But at the same time, two of the channels I'm working on are literally just a channel where I do short reviews, and aka the 50-minute thing, but that's the entire channel. And that could cover like not just stuff I already covered here, but also series I dropped before that I am still caught up on, but I just don't review on here because there are not as many days in the week as there should be. Not as there should be, but like, there'll be not as many days in the week. But also there is a reaction channel I'm thinking of, and this reason that comes to mind is simply the idea that I like doing these longer form reviews or these live reactions because they allow me to get my fresh thoughts. But then I have moments like that where my brain will just completely forget a massive major plot point, and y'all be like, Pencilman, did you even read Sakamoto Days? And I'll be like, yeah. Then stick with you, boy. But yeah, of course he knows that Uzuki killed a cow because he walked up on Uzuki with the cow's bodies. That would be pretty darn telling. Let's see.
No. Quit using my friend to justify more crime.
Yo. Sakamoto with the legendary rage bait of doom and despair. I rock with it. I mean, sometimes you do this got a rage bait. As a not a professional rage bait, I'm like a semi-professional rage baiter. I'm not in ranked. I'm in casual rage baiting. I'll admit, I do dabble. I dabble in a little bit of rage bait. But with it being the case, respect to Sakamoto, dog. He's legit just like, dude, you're a bum. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're ugly. And the cow wouldn't want this. Like, he straight hit all of Uzuki's pain points immediately. Like, you suck, you're whack, you're dumb, you're stupid, and you ain't got my homie. Let's see.
Shut up!
Once again, man. And here's the thing. I may have to run a poll on it. I'll probably do like a my thoughts video on it. That's another thing I'm just tempted to make a channel for, but I feel like I do want to do my thoughts on here. Does Suzuki, like, and this is the genuine question, does Suzuki still have aura for y'all? I don't know, man. Like, Suzuki lost his aura a while ago. It's weird, though, because I feel like it wasn't that long ago, but I feel like it's been for a while now. Uzuki just doesn't... He doesn't really have the same presence that he used to. I think ultimately, the humanization that came from his backstory, and especially the revelation of his innate ability to copy and steal other people's personality, it's made Uzuki himself, he just doesn't, like, hit this. Like, this is a really cool panel. I actually do really like how this panel's drawn. I like the, obviously, all-white eyes, the sharpness of it in comparison to Uzuki's typically relaxed, more rounded eyes, the way the hair rises up. I love how the darkness, like, literally consumes him from the inside out, showing that, like, the hatred and anger within him is boiling out of his... Like, it's a really good visual storytelling and visual metaphor. But, like, I just don't feel the aura, man. Like, I remember early Uzuki on my first read, and I was like, whoa, this guy's kind of goated. And I'm like, oh, whoa, this guy's alright. Let's see.
Shut up!
Ooh? Okay, interesting. So, it looks like he activated the killing path of the cow family. Steps, stagger, stagger, stagger. Sword. Oh, okay. Straight for the head, straight for the dome. Are we actually gonna... Are we gonna slice Sakamoto's face up? Let's see. What? And maybe not. Maybe the eye still. Let's see.
Recognize that move. It's the killing pathway that known only to Rion's family. Rion lives on within me.
Her abilities do, and like your fractured facsimile of her do. They do. I will give you that, Uzuki. They live inside you, but like, not the real person. And notably, I personally do believe you keep people alive in your memories, but I would never claim that anyone that I've lost is still alive, even if they are alive in my memories. Right? Like I just simply wouldn't do that. But once again, Uzuki is a little cuckoo. So like he probably does only view it this way and would not take anything else for an answer.
Rion lives on within me.
I think he'll imagine he's trying to convince himself. He's like, yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm a big bad villain, man. Yeah, I slurp people. I slurp people down from head to toe. But let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Sakamoto backshots? In my Sakamoto days?
So long, Sakamoto. I knew it. What? If you were Rion, there'd be no time for last words. You're an obvious fake.
Darn, this chapter's short. Darn, this chapter's only 15 pages? I mean, darn. But, okay, I see what they mean. Ultimately, I see exactly what they mean. They probably knew I wouldn't like this opening section where Sakamoto just goes absolutely crazy with the feats and scaling. But like, I mean, fine, Sakamoto's a top tier, sure, whatever. Even if he can't fight back, even if Ghost's meant to be like some crazy thing, even if Gumenomi's not meant to be a fodderlicious bomb, like, fine. And obviously this is just reinforcing the idea that the actual order members are just way above the Alchemar kids, which is kind of been like a lingering narrative sentiment for a while. So far, outside of Hyo, no Alkamar kid has won a single 1v1 against any order member. It just hasn't happened. And even then, Kominori didn't win a 1v1 against Hyo. She won a 1v innocent bystanders plus Hyo plus another pseudo innocent bystander in Heisuke. So like, she definitely got a whole bunch of assistance during that fight, and still just barely managed to clutch up with that. But with this performance, especially seeing how Gozu literally gets card diffed, it does hurt my soul a little bit. But he does look fine. I'm assuming he's gonna get back up next chapter. The real question is now, will this stick? It does look like a Sakamoto death. I just don't buy it, man. Like, would it be crazy to boom your titular character? I just don't think Suzuki has the nerve, man. And notably, this is another one of those wounds where it's not really permanent. And you'd be like, Pencil Man, he literally has a hole in his chest. What do you mean it's not permanent? I mean, like, I wouldn't be shocked if he lays down, goes to sleep for a little bit, gets back up, and then pretends it never happened. Would not be the... Remember way back when I forget what major damage Shin took, but he kind of just, like, forgot about it by the next chapter. Remember Shin's most recent encounter with Suzuki-Mori where he got a slash on the cheek, but that didn't matter, disappeared within the same chapter? And remember the hole in Sakamoto's shoulder that also seemed to appear and disappear in the same manner? Yeah. I don't know, like, I'll be generous. Once again, because I don't actually like saying once again over and over again. But furthermore, I do like Sakamoto Days, and this is a nice, calm little Taurus and Sakamoto upscale. They are showing why they're monsters and demons. Do I think Sakamoto's gonna get boomed? No. It's just he makes the money, though. He's the titular. Like, most people would not know Sakamoto Days without Sakamoto himself. So I wouldn't really do anything. So where was I going? What the heck was it? But okay, overall, I don't, like I said, I don't really want to hate on Sakamoto Days. So I'll give it the worthiness for the chapter, if only for the shock horror of the twist here at the end. Do I think it'll last? No, it's Suzuki Sensei. He'll be fine in some way, shape, or form. He's gonna somehow live this, or he's just get healed off next chapter. Either one doesn't really matter. If you met all the way to this video, please leave big boy back shots. Yes, big boy back shots. A little for my BB. For my BBPS people out there, big boy back shots in the comment section down below. And then thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure the notifications post help us out on every music on the channel. Also, we even have a page down below where you support me for as well as $1 a month. You can see exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as well as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions to other series I have to review, I have reactions of all my videos, and if you become a $25 Patreon or $25 member, you can order every video you want. Also, the link to my co-founder down below. You drop 5 minutes short video, don't have any small video or any views at all. Any support is always really appreciated. And I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.
I would like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier, XZ, Zera, Brendan Payne, J2MA, Guillaume, Buddha Uda, Alex Kenny, Yuki Ally, Enzo, Nevis97, Zachary Wilson, Azo2404, Planet Crone, Rye Rich, G Prosper, Swift Strike, Alexicon, Striker Man, and Autumn Mornings Lazo. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, Dread Zoan, and A+A. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members: Austin Wimberly, Euchia, and Shrimpo the Shrimp. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Waki Munoz and Waki Munoz. And a vinyl and thank you to our ultimate That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, Calvin's wife. Not Calvin Elder, who ultimately does have one of my kidneys, but now I must know, and I must undergo the process of getting the second one removed, so I can send the other over to this wonderful family.